Kevin and I decided that everybody is out there trying to figure out how to give a gift right now. And this year's been a little challenging everywhere else. So we thought maybe it's a little challenge trying to find the perfect gift. So we have fun getting gifts for each other, and we thought it would be good to share some of our tips. So we know that gift giving is something that we do all year long. And what we do is tune into each other and listen throughout the year and pay attention. And then we understand what might be a perfect gift. Does that make sense? So, doesn't have to be expensive. It could be something you make. It could be a massage. It could be a poem. It could be a song. It could be something like that. So, what do you think, Kevin?
Right. Doesn't have to be expensive. Like the other night, we went out for a date, but our date was just taking a stroll in the neighborhood and looking at all the wonderful Christmas lights and enjoying them together.
Yeah, that was fun.
Another time, Darla gave me this great gift, which is a canister. And if you can see, it has pictures of us throughout the years. So it was definitely for us and for me. And when I opened the canister, there are all these little messages in here. It says, love your spreadsheets. I made Darla make a spreadsheet when we chose a wedding photographer, for instance. So she was reminding me how much she loved spreadsheets.
Somebody's got to, right?
And another message says, I love the way you look in your top hat and tails. Evidently, I need to dress up a little bit more or often. And then another one.
Oh, that one's hard to see.
Is hard to see. So we'll try a different one here.
On lighter paper.
I love that you think of lighting a candle, dimming the lights, and turning on music for me when I'm in the shower. Okay, so maybe some ladies might like that, guys. Might want to remember that one. So she gave me that, and I can take one out and read it every day and remember how much she loves me.
Some simple things. So you can just write 100 things down why you love them. Put them all around the house, whatever you need to do.
That's right.
What else?
Then another time, Darla bought me an expensive present, but it was kind of a one-time thing. And we had gone into Guitar Center to get our son some new drumsticks, just some equipment for his drums, maybe a cowbell, I don't remember. And I was looking and kind of fingering the Fender electric guitars. I had had an acoustic guitar for years, but I never had an electric guitar. And I always enjoyed listening to rock and roll music when I grew up. And so it was something that maybe I always thought I wanted, but I'd never gotten. So I was really enjoying listening to the salesman tell me why this guitar was more expensive than this guitar and why it was better, the certain type of wood it was made of. And I was just enjoying that. Meanwhile, Darla was nowhere around me, but I was really enthralled with this, listening about these electric guitars. And so like 3 or 4 months later at Christmas, we've opened all of our gifts. And then all of a sudden behind the Christmas tree, Darla had her son pull out these 2 large boxes. One was really tall. And she said, Kevin, these are for you. And I said, what in the world? And so I opened it and it said Fender on the outside of the first one. And I opened it and sure enough, it was a Fender Stratocaster sunburst color. Oh, it was awesome. And in the other box was an amp, so I could plug in the guitar and actually play it. And I have to tell you that that gift gives me another gift every time I play that guitar, because it really is just an emotional release for me to get to play music and at least pretend in my own mind that I'm a rock star. And I think about how much Darla loves me every time I play it.
Aw, that's so sweet. I love that story. He didn't know I was paying attention to him from across the store, but I always pay attention to him because he's my love. Anyways, probably bought a cowbell that day, but he just thought it was a trip for the kids because a lot of our trips were for kids back then. So one of my things I will tell you is it's really important to be a good receiver when you get a gift as well. And so sometimes until you get really in tune with someone, you might not be the perfect gift giver. So those on the receiving end, it's really important to have gratitude and be so thoughtful that somebody thought of you to give you a gift. So make sure that you are happy with a gift when you get one. For instance, one year, Kevin said, Darla, your big present is out in the garage. And I'm like, holy smokes, what didn't you get me if you can't even bring it in the house? It has to be in the garage. So all of us went out into the garage. He gives me the keys to the trunk or pops open the trunk of the car, tells me to open it. And the whole back of the car, you guys, ready? Was dirt. A whole trunk of the car was dirt, potting soil. And some of you might go, what in the world? And I was so excited. I know I screamed. It was good that we were out in the garage because I was so excited. I wanted a planter box to plant a garden for so long. And I had talked about it during the year and I put it on the back burner because we're busy and I just never got it done. And somebody had to build it. And, you know, it's just a thing to be able to get the process in motion, right? So then my son was there and he laughed and Kevin brought out this big planter box and they put it in the backyard. But I was so excited, you guys, I got dirt. I mean, like who can give their wife dirt and get away with it, right?
That's right. I've been accused of being cheap before. Now you all know it's true.
Anyways, have fun with your gifts. Gifts don't have to be expensive. You can like I said, you can make up coupons and give them to each other for different things. You can pay attention while you're cooking together in the kitchen, making dinner, and maybe you need a thingamajig to make that dinner with, like a garlic press or a new gadget for your kitchen or for grilling. So those are some different little things. Those could be a stocking stuffer or, you know, help Santa out a bit. He's a tired dude and you kind of sometimes might have to put something in a stocking sometimes. But you could put something that your wife has been wanting or your husband has been wanting that they just don't talk about all the time, right? I mean,
Right.
Those kind of things are super fun. So we talked about inexpensive things. We talked about caring things. I'm not going to let this one slide, you guys. So I like shiny bling also. And so diamonds are a girl's best friend sometimes, some girls. And you don't need them all the time, but you don't really ever need. But let's just face it, they're fun, right? So the part of a fun diamond is one that you can afford and just bling bling and excite and celebrate something, right? It's not so fun when the expense of something fun like that hurts your budget in your pocketbook and, you know, cuts into the grocery fund or the car payment fund and that sort of thing. So be really cognizant of that, and the thought counts. So think about the thought of something, but it's really not a fun gift if it hurts your budget and doesn't stay in align with what you guys are really going for as a goal for a family. So make sure your goals are aligned with what you're giving for Christmas and that it's heartfelt. And I will tell you, time with people is one of the best gifts you can give. And so if you think about how you can spend time with someone, might be a more special gift than. Now, can you tell them a little gift about how you can spend time with someone online, like from far away? Because some of our kids are out of town too, and we don't get to see them this year for Christmas. And we'll be missing that for sure. But Kevin is great about spending time with the grandkids online. He plays games with them. And so tell him a little treat that you can do. Like you and guys play games, right? Yeah,
That's right.
I think that's a good present.
So once COVID hit, we haven't been really been able to see our grandkids for several months. One of the first things I did was I got them on a Zoom, and they knew how to do that because they're taking school, right? So everybody's on Zoom back in the spring. And we had drawing lessons. And so I would bring up an image on my screen or a blank whiteboard, and I would draw a picture of Mickey Mouse and start off with the easy shapes and show them how to do that. Okay, now draw this circle and then draw this other little circle and then draw this other circle and then draw a little nose, a little circle there. And so we drew Mickey Mouse, and they all got to do that. And we drew at different times several different cartoon characters or animals that they enjoyed doing. We also had a pizza party with our family one Friday night. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do something like that again for Christmas this year because we're not going to be able to be together, actually. And so be sure that you are thinking about, your family. And like Darla said, it's important to spend time with those that you love. That's one of the most important things you can do. So even if you can't be there together, hopefully you have the technology that on Facebook or FaceTime or one of those face things, you can share with each other and share time together. Right, Darla?
Yeah, that's right. I know I go off subject all the time, and Kevin has no clue that I was going to bring that up, but I thought it was just important because I've talked to a lot of people lately that are really missing their family that's far away. And I think it's important to be able to reach out. You guys, you could have dinner together. I know we have different time zones and whatnot, but figure it out, have pizza together and just visit so that you're visiting together. It's one of the most precious things you all can do for each other. And you were going to eat dinner anyway. So it's not like it's a expense for you, so hopefully you can think of those kind of things, little, small, big, make the present fun. So maybe it's just the way you gift a present is unpacking a box after a box or wrapping it special or hiding it or making a treasure hunt. We've done all those kind of things through the years with our kids. So you can always make a simple, minimal gift giving time more last through the whole day if you want for the holidays. So
that's right. We
have fun every day, and you guys can give dirt to diamonds.
That's right.
That's the name of our thing, Dirt to Diamonds.
That's right. Well, we should probably write a book about that. So hopefully you've taken these tips, and if you've already overspent your budget for Christmas and you still have more to buy, well, in about a month, we're going to have something really great to help you erase that debt and erase all your debt. So we'll let you know about that later. But for now, we hope all of you have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you guys here next Wednesday.
Have a fun time. Good night.